Yeah, oh, you're getting desperate. I don't want to get my hopes up that she's, like, somehow ahead of him. Please don't kill her. Please don't kill her. Please don't kill her. Please. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, and today I'll be reacting to the Death Note, episode 7. Now, after the last episode, I am just terrified to continue. I love how this show gets you attached to the characters. Like, I can't remember her name, but the fiance of Ray. It does such a good job of getting you emotionally invested in just her journey now, because of course the whole thing is about Light and Elle, but she's now she was collateral damage for what Light was doing. And I really want her to succeed, kind of more than Elle. Of course, Elle is more of a professional obligation to find the person doing this and to solve the case. For the fiance, it's so personal and it's avenging, whatever. And she's actually the closest one to get there. But of course, she gave her name to Light at the end of the last episode and it just cuts off at that point. And she's walking across the road, so I'm assuming a car's going to come out of nowhere. But I just like that she basically represents that Light isn't flawless or perfect. He makes mistakes. He caused her to get this close. That's essentially what he did. She is the clue that Elle needs to break this thing open. And the fact that she exists just shows that Light can be stopped. Like, I'm just trying to think of any way this woman could survive, because we know that she's an FBI agent. So I'm thinking maybe she gave a fake name, but that would basically mean she was suspicious of him. It doesn't look that way. She seems to be very conversational. But then again, FBI agent, would she be paranoid enough to not trust this person? I don't know. I feel like it's either 50-50, either FBI paranoia or she's gonna die. But yeah, as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. If you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon, the link will be in the description. Over there I'm uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. With that said, let's just dive on in.
If she gives this information to the police, it won't take them very long to figure out that Kira is actually me.
It's way too early for him to be exposed, isn't it? She's gonna die.
So, have you told anyone else about this?
No, you're the first person I've told.
She sounds so hopeful, and oh, I feel so bad.
Could you please tell me the date and time of the bus jacking incident?
It was December 20th in front of Asagao. That's
the Death Note. What's he gonna write? How's he gonna write this? Is he gonna actually write that down or just something else entirely? Just her name and how she's gonna die.
And they were on their way to Spaceland.
Yes.
I mean, if she really is smart, she could so get it from all this. Oh, great. Body will not be discovered. Yep, great. That's lovely. That's so lovely.
Way, no one will find her body. And even if they do, they'll just assume that the death of her fiancé drove her to commit suicide.
Evil, evil, evil.
What's so funny, Ryuk?
What's he laughing at so much? He's just laughing at how, like, nonchalantly Light is doing this. I don't think that's been an issue before. Or just how openly he's doing it in front of the person that is going to die.
From the beginning, I set a number of traps that would reveal if any of you was Kira.
Awesome. What traps did you set, though? I want to know, like, what he actually did.
Unbelievable. He tells us to turn off our cell phones.
Understood. Understood.
And he just uses it anyway, and uses it quite weirdly.
Watari's on his way.
Uh-huh.
Who? What? Someone else is coming?
Report this incident to my father, if it's okay with you, that is.
If it's all the same, I think I'd like to report it myself.
Thank you, good.
After talking to you, I've decided that it would be best to do it as soon as possible.
After talking to him, why? What does that mean? Okay. Can she please get this done, please, before...
Just 10 seconds until 1:15.
No!
I'd really love to see how she dies, but I can't be caught following her around.
No. 10 seconds.
Go on. Hurry to your death.
Evil! Pure evil! Like his eyes widen at the thought that... No? Nothing? What'd she do?
Kira will definitely be caught. Don't you think?
What's happening? It's past? It's past? Tell me it's past. That's past, right? Yep.
All I had to do was write the word suicide. The criminals I tested it on all hung themselves exactly when I specified.
And she, how is she, can't, like, does it mean that she can't do that there?
I should be able to control a person's actions. What's wrong?
What do you know? What are you doing? Please be a fake name. Please say the FBI have paranoia.
He laughed just like that when I was writing in the death note. And that's not all.
Because he's not going to help you.
I remember thinking it was bizarre how he laughed when I asked for her name, and he's reacted the same way every time her name comes up.
Oh, fake name. Okay. Does that mean she is suspicious? Alias. Either she's just hiding her identity from everyone, or she's actually suspicious of Light. I'd love it if she just, like, is thinking about that Light could be Kira there.
That's all it takes to give away the location of our headquarters in Ryozaki.
Oh, I see.
Ordinarily, I would never show my face to anyone.
So this is the guy that Ellie uses to communicate with other people, the one that's normally dressed in a trench coat.
Well then, I brought those items you requested. It's all here.
Could you please pass them out to everyone?
Why is he hunched forward so much? It makes me uncomfortable just thinking about his spine.
Gentlemen, these are your new police IDs.
They better have fake names in them. Fake names, please.
Ryuk knew all along. He could see her real name with his eyes. That's why he wouldn't stop laughing. I should have known.
And he does not care about you. Okay, does this mean they can get the information out, please?
It makes a lot of sense. She believes that Ray died because he showed his ID to Kid.
Oh, annoy her. Thank you, FBI agent. Can't you be suspicious of Light? Can't you just get that out? Can't you just say, like, are you Kira? Or just say, you are Kira or something, please?
Too persistent, she'll get suspicious. What am I saying? It looks suspicious that I even knew she was using an alias.
See what do you think? And he's just gone quiet.
Someone from the task force might be back there by now.
You could be right. Let's cross our fingers and hope someone's there.
Come on, please, come on.
Damn it. I'm running out of options here.
What's he gonna do? Is he either gonna get desperate and do something, like, without the death note, or she's gonna get her way and get this to work? I want it to work.
What if my father calls back now? I already promised her that I'd let her talk to him if he did. This phone rings, it's all over for me. What am I gonna do?
Please, 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 ring.
This is crazy. All I have to do is turn my cell phone off. Problem solved.
Okay, no, he solved that pretty easily. That's annoying.
Her purse, her pockets. She's got to have a driver's license or some kind of personal identification on her.
Please, I hope she's careful. She's got to be careful.
Woman, after all. I suppose if I had to, I could use 4.
Yeah, oh, yeah, you're getting desperate.
No, the last thing I want to do is make a scene in public. I've got to get her somewhere isolated.
She's got to be suspicious. This guy was walking next to her. Now he's walking like quite a few steps behind her, just thinking to himself. She's got to be suspicious.
Hey, Light, you know, that deal I mentioned is still...
No, 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 no.
To give up half my life just so I could learn this woman's real name?
Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
No, I wouldn't. In fact, it's not even worth considering. Now quit wasting my time.
Okay, good, he's not gonna do this. Okay, if he gets really desperate, he could do it though.
Do you still have business at the police station then? I'd like to go there by myself, if you don't mind.
She's suspicious, please.
Why did you give us fake IDs?
As you know, Kira requires a name and a face to kill.
Yes, fake name is obvious.
Of all people, the police shouldn't use fake IDs.
What choice do we really have given the capabilities of our...
Thank you, please be smart. But of course, there's only one person. Wait, Light knows all these people, so are the fake names really even, like, gonna do anything?
And be careful not to take them out while in the presence of other police officers. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that could cause problems.
Yes, keep it hidden, only for strangers. He made those fast.
Request that you wear these at all times.
Belts?
Why a belt?
And when you press the buckle twice, my cell phone will ring, and I'll call you back immediately, but you won't see my number displayed.
Fun, okay, how does that work? So they just press that belt buckle and it sends a phone call to him? Why would they push it in?
No way, this is totally cool. I feel like some kind of secret agent going after Kid.
He's enjoying this too much. Too much, yeah.
Thank you so much for everything you've done, Light. After talking to you, I feel much more confident about my theory.
That's gotta mean...
Not at all.
She's gotta think it's him. Please say she thinks it's him. I feel like the wording of it, she feels so much more confident. She doesn't really trust him. She wants to go by herself.
Ryuk mentioned that I deal again. There's no doubt in my mind that she used an alias.
So Ryuk didn't even say anything.
When she goes to the police with her theory about Kira being on that bus, and they look at all the people Ray Pembroke was investigating, it won't take them long to zero in on me.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? He doesn't be desperate. It's only episode 7. What's he gonna do?
5 minutes before that woman gets to police headquarters. I need her real name, and I don't have much time to spare.
What's he gonna do? He's gonna get desperate. He's gonna do the deal. He's gonna do the deal. It's already been brought up again. He's gonna do it. He's gonna... Oh, great. I feel so bad for this woman. She's escaped death, but she's gonna get killed. It's way too early for him to get exposed, isn't it?
This woman makes it to the police station, and someone from the task force has returned by then. It'll all be over for me.
There's actually nothing she can do. She's still following her. If she confronts him, he'll just take the deal in seconds and done.
Excuse me.
Yes?
There's something that I should probably tell you.
What are you doing? What's it?
It'll be impossible for you to contact anyone from the task force directly. That's right. Keep the conversation.
Are you trying to say it's like a hidden thingy?
Task force has been organized so that its members can't be identified and nobody on the outside knows who's in charge.
So they still accept information.
Or the structure of the task force was revealed, we'd likely see another tragedy along the lines of the one that claimed your fiance's life.
It makes sense. Oh, I hate him so much. Please don't get away with this.
You'll never be able to talk talk to someone directly from the task force because the police simply won't allow it.
But he can get the information across.
That's pretty clever. I'm impressed.
No, stop it.
If this is supposed to be a secret, then how do you know so much?
Chief Yagami's...
Guess I spoke too soon. She's sharp.
Oh. Yeah, she's suspicious. Also, you could just say Chief Yagami's son.
Because I'm actually a member of the task force. L is currently in charge of the task force, and he's leading our investigation.
There's annoying backing to this. It makes sense.
Despite the fact that I'm a high school student, he brought me on board to help out with the investigation. After all, I've helped them solve cases in the past.
I hate this. It makes sense.
And I'm allowed to investigate freely as I see fit. These days, the task force is made up of a chosen few.
Please don't trust him. Please don't trust him. Please. There's got to be something I'm missing. Something where that she's picked up on that she knows she can't, like, trust him with. Please be smart. Laughing? Is something off?
But just to be safe, I'd like to try and visit the task force headquarters again.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Suspicious. Please be suspicious. Please.
Please, wait a second.
So desperate.
Like I just told you, they won't let you talk to anyone.
Come on, she knows.
I know, but I was hoping I could speak with Elle directly.
Asking a lot, but go on, just do it. Meet me at the building.
We need someone there at all times. Work in shifts if you have to.
Really?
I
Yes,
understand.
good. I mean, you called them all here together. Who do you expect to be left there?
Away, won't take me long.
Someone's going there.
It's literally impossible to meet Elle. This is pointless.
Traffic. I don't want to... He's going to throw into traffic.
He might remember who I am. You see, I worked under him in a case in the US about 2 years ago.
History. She's got this. She can do it.
Up until 3 months ago, I worked as an FBI agent.
And...
This is it. Finally something I can
No,
use.
he's gotten in.
You're very cautious and you seem to have a gift for getting to the heart of the matter.
His whole demeanor keeps changing. Please tell me she's picking up on this.
From the beginning, I knew I had to do things outside the regular channels. Both the police and the members of the task force were suspects.
Yeah, good, yep.
But I'm certain that I can trust Elle.
What kind of history does she have? Like, really? Wow.
But I think that if I go to headquarters and I give them my name, there's a chance that they'll let me speak.
Your name? No. He's gonna do it for her.
I suppose I was upset that they wouldn't allow me to see anyone from the task force, and then you came along claiming to be the son of the lead.
Lie. Yeah, lie. You're suspicious.
I'll be honest with you. It's because you remind me of Elle.
Ah, okay. No, not what I wanted.
There's something about you that's just like him.
Intellect? Maybe? Don't...
Will you investigate this case with me? Huh? I want you to come work with us as part of the task force. We could use your help.
Complete lie.
As I'm sure you know, not just anyone can do it. Please, I know this is sudden, but the team needs people like
This will give him the name.
You're more talented than most of the detectives currently on the task force, and Elle obviously trusted you in the past.
No, I feel so bad for her. She's gonna fall for it.
Valid identification, a recommendation from a current task force member, and of course you need to get Elle's permission.
You want me to join the task force?
The light in her eyes, she's falling for it, isn't she? I don't want to get my hopes up that she's, like, somehow ahead of him.
Before all this happened, I thought I'd continue living in America with my fiancé. We planned on getting married in the spring, but now he's gone, so I'm not sure what to do anymore.
So you're gonna just dedicate your life to find the answers? Why? She's gonna die.
Now that Ray's gone, I've got nothing to lose anymore. I want to catch Kira. I don't care about anything else. It's all I want to do.
Please don't kill her. Please don't kill her. Please don't kill her. Please. Okay. This is a lot. What?
I just need to see some form of identification before we proceed.
Fake ID.
You see the name I gave you earlier? Well, it wasn't actually my real name.
No.
I'm so sorry.
No. Is Ryuk laughing because it's working?
You've stayed one step ahead of me, but I suppose that's just further proof of your capability.
Please be suspicious.
Japanese driver's license do the trick then?
No. I don't want you to die. Please, no. Don't. He's got it. He's seen it. She's dead.
Made it in time.
No. It's done. And he walks by. So is that her name? Naomi.
So, if you don't mind my asking, why do you keep checking your watch?
It's done.
Oh, well, I guess it's
You can
because...
be honest, honestly. Not much you can do.
Because I'm Kira.
And you're dead. And yeah, he's evil. And she's dead. What's happening? Come on. If you're gonna kill her, get it over with, please. Has it already happened? Has it happened? It's happened. I hate this.
There's something I have to do.
No.
My father's cell phone might be available now. Do you want to see if you can talk to him?
No, thank you. I have nothing to say to him.
No, please, no. Break out of it.
Bye, Naomi Misora.
Break out of it. Break out of it, please. Break. Come on. No. Come on, jump off the stairs. Do something. God, be kidding me. Okay, technically, we didn't see it happen. So maybe, I don't know if I'm just clinging on to hope now. They're really dragging on this death. If anything, she's the first one that hasn't had like a unceremonious death. She's gotten the first one that's got a lot going on with it. So maybe there's more to it rather than just her dying. But again, it links back to the first episode. She represents that light has flaws and can be defeated. That's it. I don't know if I'm being stupid by just holding on to the hope that maybe there's some way she can avoid this. But light just, she knows now that he's Kira and she doesn't care. She's broken and the book has taken control. The only way out now is if there's some other power that can counteract the book, and I don't think that's not going to happen. She's dead. I do find it interesting though that she's the only character so far that we've had like this quite grandeur around the death and how much she's sort of fought to stay alive. I think it's quite also interesting because you could almost look at her whole purpose here as being, I don't want to say pointless, but like at the end of it all, she had a lot of story going on, wanting to avenge her love and find Kira, going so far to actually get the information, got closer than Elle did, and it all amounted to nothing. Of course, for the audience, it shows that light has flaws and can be found, but for her story, it's just so heartbreaking, and I guess it just shows more of the truth of what this power is, that it can just cut people's lives short like this. They can get so close to the answer, but it all just means nothing in the end. That light still manages to find a way to win. But yeah, just thinking about what this episode does then, it's basically just Naomi's march to her death. That's it. Of course, you get a lot with Light, and it's basically Light's episode to show off how smart he is in this sort of time crunch. He didn't cave to the deal. It was brought up again, which means I'm guessing he's probably going to go for the deal at some point. He's going to do it. If he's gotten to the point of this much desperation at episode 7, there's another 30 episodes left. It's going to happen again, and at some point he's going to take the deal. But yeah, this episode, it just shows off how smart he is under a time crunch. He didn't take the deal, and he still managed to get the information he needed, and was able to write down the notes so easily, and he basically, he gloated, essentially. He gave her his name. He told her he was Kira. And it broke her. It's so heartbreaking just to see this happen. She got so close to the truth. Light was struggling so much, but still managed to get his way. I'm just happy that at least that she exposes that he can be defeated. She doesn't die in vain. Yes, sadly, her death sort of, because she had a lot of story going, it does mean her sort of death amounts not to nothing. It's not to nothing. I would say it's not, I don't know how to describe it. It's not disappointing, I just wish that she could have done more. I think that's it, I wish she could have done more. But again, episode 7, 30 episodes left, there was no way that she could live because they would expose him too easily. This means that Elle still doesn't know that Kira can control the cause of death and all the other things surrounding. He still thinks it's only heart attacks. Light still has that sort of secret kept up his sleeve. And then I gotta look at Ryuk. So just seeing him in this episode, it's his laughter, that's what we get to see. He laughs maniacally, and that's how he doesn't give information away, but also kind of does. He knew that she was lying about her name, so he laughs at it, thinking that, oh, Light's gonna fall for this. And then when Light actually does find it, he laughs even more. When he's so entertained by just lies and deceit and just watching this drama unfold. Like, I want there to be some kind of rift between Light and Ryuk, something that sort of makes Light slip up, but at this point, Ryuk's actually technically helping Light. He is what allowed Light to realize it was an alias. Ryuk's laughter is what tipped him off. If that wasn't there, Light wouldn't have gotten it. He would have just been stuck. So it's kind of doing the opposite of what I want. I want there to be some kind of thing that hinders Light because of Ryuk. And that isn't happening. I think that's just impressive how much they can give to a character's death. And just how sort of emotionally wrapped up you can get into it. I think it's done masterfully. This poor woman was sent, she was gonna die, but they just put so much into that. The whole fiance dying, trying to find Elle out of vengeance and trying to figure out what she's going to do with the rest of her life, adding history to her and a connection to Elle, then only to die in the end. I'm kind of hoping that maybe her connection with Elle could spark something. Maybe, because she seemed to think that connection alone was pretty good, enough to get Elle to trust her. So something's there. It's not just like a colleague, it's not just him like with Chief Yagami, it seems like it's something more than that. So maybe the new, wait, this could expose things, this could work. Right, theory, they have history. Elle and Naomi knew each other and seems pretty well. Light still wrote down that her cause of death would be, I don't know if YouTube allows me to say it, but you know what it is. Would Elle consider that actual reason? Would he think, that's not right, that doesn't seem right, I knew her, she wouldn't do something like that? Would that tip him off, and would that actually get the reason out there that it isn't just heart attacks? Kira can kill people in other ways. Her death could actually still bring his downfall. I'm holding on to hope. Either she's alive and can do something, or her death will cause Elle to consider things. But I think it was like 3 days time before her body will be found. That's when I can just hope for something. To begin with then, I just got to talk about Light, and just this episode was insane for him. It shows him so desperate and working under pressure, where he did consider the deal for like a brief second before throwing it aside, but I'm just happy that we got to see him so desperate, that something happened so early on in this show that he had to scramble and had to work really hard to get the answer he needed. So I think this episode does a great job at just showing you that he isn't perfect, that he can mess up and he has to work super hard to sort of correct that mistake that he makes, but also we're starting to see the more evil sides of him. First, it was him having this sort of righteous mission where he believed he was doing the good thing, but now he's straight up gloating to the face of the victim. He reveals that he's Kira and he does enjoy it, and it's psychopathic. It honestly feels like he's slowly becoming a god and we're watching him become a Shinigami, like Ryuk, and just how much fun he has watching all this human discourse. Light feels like he's starting to get closer to that. Already he's impressed Ryuk with his ingenuity and how he deals with these situations, and now he's gloating to his victims, almost like how Ryuk was gloating to the guy that was about to die on the bus. Then of course we see the visuals where his hair turns red, and it's just, he enjoys the moment, he savors it, and it feels like he's very close to just being a Shinigami. But I will say one thing I'm really enjoying is that I'm wanting his downfall, I'm waiting for that, and that's something I do really love about this. Like the protagonist, the person we're following, I want them to be defeated so badly now. And I think I just love how the show has managed to do that in a sense. I think it's quite difficult to create a story where you're actually following the person you're rooting for their downfall, because you could almost not want to watch. You don't want to see them succeed, but this show manages to do it in such a good way where while you're seeing them succeed, you're hating them more, but you can't help but keep watching to just find out when they're going to fail. And I really hope that does happen. Like, I'm considering Light might just win in the end. I'm not quite sure, but I really want him to lose. Then Naomi. Oh, I really hope that she isn't dead. That could be just my naivety speaking, but I'm really hoping that she isn't dead. We technically don't see it. It paints a very good picture though. So I don't know. We don't see it, and that's the only thing that I'm clinging on to. Other than that, I think she had a great story in there. She exposes a lot about Light and that he can be defeated. I think her death could be used to make connections for Elle to deduce who Light is. So overall, I don't think she did die in vain, but boy, this was painful to watch. She is still grieving for her fiancé, yet she's still striving to find out who killed him, and she got so much closer than Elle did in general. I think it's just heartbreaking how much goes into this scene. Seeing the task force member walk by as it happens is just like a knife through the heart. She got so insanely close to exposing who Kira was, and just she couldn't get it done. She opened herself up, she trusted Light, and that was the biggest mistake she could have made. Her character does a great job of just elevating Light to this evil and incredibly powerful figure, but also just revealing that he is just evil and plain evil. He's not this righteous person that he thinks he is. He's starting to gloat to his victims. He's using the Death Note more openly, and he's taking the lives of someone that's just investigating him. Not a criminal, just an innocent person who's trying to avenge their lover. I think right now, her purpose in this story is to make the audience sort of feel the same way she did. She wants revenge. She wants to see the killer be brought to justice. I want to see that now more than ever. Seeing her perspective through this and just seeing her journey through it has made me want Light to fail so much more than I already did. So even with her dying, I feel like her character does a lot now with just what it does for the audience. And Elle, of course, did get his thing in this episode where he's sort of finishing his meeting with the task force. Sits really weirdly still. He has his phone. We get introduced to his sidekick, I'd say, the one that like does all the meetings for him and just shows up on his behalf. We don't really get a lot on him, just that he's thinking ahead. He's getting the task force fake IDs and fake rankings, which is good. So that basically eliminates the possibility of a stranger, and now it's only people that are connected to them that can have an interference here. Then you have the whole belt buckle thing. That allows them to track where they are. Fine, fair enough. But also if they double tap the belt buckle, it sends a call to, I'm going to call him the butler, I can't remember his name, the butler, he looks like a butler. It sends a call to that guy. Now I would assume that's just in case of distress, but like I don't get how that effective that is. It just calls the guy, what does that do from there? I'm sure that's yet to be seen because now it's been introduced, we'll see it happen. I just want to start seeing Elle get more successful. I want Elle to start making leaps here. He needs to start moving forward faster. People are dying. We're seeing it become worse. And I'm just hoping that when he learns about Naomi's death, that will make the connection for him. We now know that they had a trusted connection. She worked for him in the past. They have history. Hopefully he knows that she wouldn't do something like this and knows that her death should be investigated and it is connected to Kira. Then from that, he can learn that they can kill, not just through heart attacks. Then Ryuk, I'm just annoyed that he basically gave away the information to Light. He's not meant to help. He's meant to be this passive bystander. And yes, he does do that, I get it. He's still passive. He does not help directly, but his laughter is what gives it away. And that really bugs me. I want there to be some sort of way that Ryuk impedes Light and almost gets in his way and just makes things difficult, but he doesn't. And that's what's annoying. He actually helps when he's not meant to. I want to start seeing Light fail, and it's already episode 7. I want to start seeing him fail. I know it's going to take a while before that happens, if it does, but I think it's just annoying that somehow Ryuk actually managed to help him without the deal. If Light can actually start reading and understanding Ryuk, he can use that to his advantage. It's not like Ryuk is going away anytime soon. Anything that Light does, Ryuk has a reaction. Light can use that. Even if Ryuk is trying to say that he's not helping Light, he can indirectly. And I think that's just another terrifying aspect, that Light does have this terrifying god on his side. He did expose that he was being stalked, so he did help directly there. But like, if Ryuk wasn't here, would Naomi have lived? I think yes. The writing of this show is absolutely phenomenal. It keeps you on your toes. It's so hard to try and predict what can happen next and what sort of ties the characters are going to make between things. Like, there's so many options available throughout this episode, whether or not Naomi can live, whether she can dissect something that Elle has said. Anything feels possible with these characters, and I think that's something I just love so much, because there's so many possibilities. Of course, the easiest one to see was that she was going to die, but it did feel like that she could have lived. She felt capable to be distrusting and to get her way through it. Of course, Light ended up being just better, annoyingly, but I just love that it did have that feel that she could have survived. It makes this story feel far more real and far more difficult to predict. I want to keep making theories and want to keep just thinking ahead of what could happen, and I just love that this show keeps it so unexpected. I feel like my new theory could be likely that Elle knows this woman and that he can work out the connection with Kira from her death, but then again, it could just as easily blow up in my face and be something completely different. Like, already Light is proving to be a super villain, and with pacing wise, it makes me so curious to see where this show can go. Like, what does it have left to accomplish and do and introduce? Because it's almost difficult to remember that this is only the start of this whole thing. This is episode 7 out of 37. There's so much left to go, and it feels like it's done so much already. Development-wise, story-wise, the twists and turns it's already thrown at me, it's just insane to think about. And it just makes this whole thing such a joy to watch. Then the visuals, absolutely love them. And I love how they're starting to get more, I guess. We saw a few briefly. I think the biggest thing from episode 1 was just Light's hand movements as he was writing in the note. Loved that. Then it's gradually gotten more sort of, I guess, creative. I think that might be the wrong word. I guess more bombastic, more out there. You have Ryuk revealing himself, Ryuk being revealed to the bus hijacker. Love that scene, how he appeared as a shadow first, and then you just get to see the terror on the guy's face. And now here, where we're getting to see this interesting visual where everything turns black and Light's hair turns red and his eyes turn red. And in the previous episode, Naomi's hair turned blue, so you have that sort of distinction. So you have that fun visual, which I'm not quite sure what that means yet. I guess red could be that blood and that Kira is the murderer. I don't know, maybe. Seems like that's what I'm going with at the minute. And then just the final visual of Naomi walking up the stairs to the rope, I'll say, because I'm not sure how much I can say with YouTube. So I'll just say the rope. That is so heartbreaking to see, and it really does paint a good picture of what's happening. We might not see her death because of how, attached we have now become to the character. I think that would be too much to actually show her dying, but it makes it very clear what's happening, and it's done in such a good way that she is walking off to her death now. There is no stopping it. It's just her and the rope. There's nothing that can sort of intervene. As for what's next, I am just convinced that her death is going to lead to something. We now know there is a history between her and Light. I'm sorry, I keep getting the names confused. Elle and Light. Bleh, it's both L's. Bleh. We now know there's a history between Naomi and Elle. That's gonna come into something. They wouldn't just outright say that in this episode and have nothing amount with it. We know the writing in this show is good. That's gonna be brought up again. Elle is going to use that somehow. He's gonna get wind that she's died. He knows her, and he's going to know that she wouldn't do something like this. He'll know to make the connection that maybe Kira can actually kill people in other ways, not just heart attacks. It would blow the whole case wide open and give him a lot more to work with. He'll be able to connect the bus hijacking. Her death leads to so much else. Kira really should have just left her alive and just found a way to get the information gone. He could have just taken the information, say he'll pass it on, or just do something like that. Drive her away. I know it would be difficult, but that was his best option there. The fact that she's now died will signal to Elle that, okay, no, someone's up here. She wouldn't do this. That will link back to the fiance. Oh, he's also died? He was working for me. How did that happen? We know that Light killed that person. She must have been investigating, and now she's wound up dead. Kira can kill in other ways. It opens so much, and I'm really hoping that Elle can see that. That is the clue. That is the thing. As soon as it reaches the news that when she gets found, because we know it's going to happen at some point. He said no one will find her, but it said like she won't be discovered for like 3 days or something. It's enough time, he thinks, to stay hidden, but it's not. As soon as Elle gets it, it exposes things, and I don't think he considered that, and maybe he did. I don't know. I want that to be something. But yeah, then just overall, this episode was amazing. I think I just love that it's just basically dialogue. We're just seeing a lot of people talking, and they do it so well. I think the show can go back and forth between the quality of, I guess, just having characters talking, because when Light was in his room with Ryuk just talking about the deal, that I felt was a little bit boring in episode 4, but then it built up to the bus scene. That was amazing. Here is the two characters talking throughout the entire episode and just building the tension. You know she's going to die, you're battling with yourself, thinking of possible ways she could live, only for her to just die in the end anyway. It's done so phenomenally well. And it's episode 7. If the show is impressing me so far in only episode 7, I know my mind is going to be blown for the rest of this. It feels like each episode is somehow managing to get better than the last, and I'm both scared and excited for whatever's gonna come next. Because I think we've seen a lot with Light so far. His character is built tremendously well. I now need to see Elle start building. His whole purpose of his character is to be secretive, so they can't do it, but now he's been revealed. Start building him, start doing something, start seeing him be successful and tracking down Kira. I need that satisfaction after this. I need just something to give me some hope. But yeah, with that said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments, and with that, I will see you in the next one for episode 8. See ya!